You are now listening to the most talked about blog talk radio station in the universe. Walk in his ways, Impact Voice Radio. Be prepared to have your mind stimulated, your spirit elevated in ways you couldn't even imagine. Introducing your host and the mastermind behind this unforgettable experience, Furman Jackson Jr. You will not be disappointed. Let's go!
Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome everyone to another episode of Walking This Way's Impact Voice Podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr., coming to you to your home from the city of Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, just from the great state of Texas. Tonight's episode is called Being Fit, the New Sexy. Of course, I have my special guest, Shea. Of course, she's from the Dallas area. Big shout out to the DFW.
Yes.
And surrounding areas. I am new to the city. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. I'll be here December 18th. Will make it a year that I've been living here. So I'm excited about living here in the state of Texas. Big shout out to my Dallas Cowboys, of course. I've always been a fan of the Cowboys since the 90s. And representing them boys, of course. So very excited about what they're doing. And most importantly, Shay, I'm very excited for you being on podcast, taking time out to beat the schedule. When I came across your post, you're about helping mothers bring back that sexiness after have birth of their children, which is a good thing. We got to take care of our bodies. Being healthy is very important. And we'll get more into that tonight. That's what we get in depth. But before we get started, welcome back Primetime Kenny Williams, a fellow Cowboy fan himself. I know he's excited about this past Sunday's win. He's going to get off into some sports news and updates. Kenny, take it away with the updated news around the NFL, NBA, and the surrounding sports world.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. You see it already. I start off the segment with the stars behind my back. I see everybody in the audience with the stars on. I see Mr. Furman with his star on his chest. Look, it's a Cowboy. How about them Cowboys? Tuning in to Prime Zone. I'm your host, Kenny Primetime Williams. I am so glad to be here with you guys this evening. We got a lot to talk about. We got some things going up in the NBA. We got some new movement that's been going on in the NFL. People are with some new teams. Will it help them or will it hurt them? We're going to find out. But, man, from my area of the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Greenville, Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama, all the way to Dallas, Texas, we salute everybody that's tuning in to Walking This Way podcast. Thanks for tuning in. You are now in the Prime Zone. So let's get to it. Let's start off in the NBA. Check this out. Since the season has started, Golden State Warriors has been on fire. They have started off with 11-2 record. They have been going bar none every game. And I mean, look, lights out. Stephen Curry is back to his old self. He's shooting the lights out as usual. Klay Thompson is expected to be back by the end of December or first part of January. But without that, they are rolling and rocking. Everybody they play tonight, they will play the Brooklyn Nets. And that's going to be an awesome game. So tune in tonight on TNT. Right after this podcast, you can tune in because they just tipped off now. But I'd rather have you here with us. Then after that, you can tune in to them. Because look, they'll be on way longer than we will. So, hey, after this segment or after this show, we have a beautiful guest tonight. After this show, then check the Warriors out. Now, moving down to New Orleans, the Pelicans, Zion Williams. He's been hurt with the right foot fracture. He has now been cleared to play. He has also has gained a lot of weight, and doctors are concerned about his weight gain. He is approximately over 300-some pounds right now.
Whoa.
He just sat home and basically just nurtured himself, basically. But he is cleared from the doctors, and he is expected to play one-on-one drills with the team early part of this week. Speaking of injuries, LeBron James of the LA Lakers will be playing on Friday. Optimistic, that is. A lot of people are expecting him to play against, they will return and play against the Boston Celtics on Friday. We all know LeBron James had an abdominal strain to his leg, and he was expected to be out 2 months but due to the thing that LeBron the King, he cannot sit out too long. So he'll be back in action on Friday night against the Boston Celtics. And I know he's going to always have a great game. That's just what he does. The GOAT. Now let's move on to the NFL. I got a lot of things to talk about in the NFL. This past week was a bizarre week. A lot of upsets, a lot of disappointments, a lot of blowouts. My Cowboys was one of those that did that to somebody. But anyway, we're going to move forward. The Baltimore Ravens have cut veteran Le'Veon Bell from the team. Breaking news came out of Baltimore today. Le'Veon Bell signed with the team, and he has been struggling the past 5 games, but he has now been cut from the Baltimore Ravens. He'll become a free agent if he's unclaimed by another team. So I think he's able to be with another team. It's a different protocol that you have to go through NFL procedures, but he's probably I hope he does get able to sign with another team. Moving on, and the biggest upset to me this past week was the Washington football team defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is one episode that I wish our co-host, Miss Emo, would have been on here to hear me tell her that Tom Brady played a terrible game. His coach admitted it. He admitted it. The coach called the team a dumb team. After the loss to the Washington football team, the final score was 29-19. Tom Brady 2 for 2 interceptions. And my God, it was a bad experience for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But I do congratulate the Washington football team for a great win on Sunday. Moving on, guess who's back? Superman is back. Cam Newton is back with his team. Oh my God, the Carolina Panthers. And what a coming out party he had this past Sunday against the Cardinals. The Panthers were able to beat the Cardinals. They beat them 34-10. Cam's first game back. He only had 8 yards rushing, but he also had a touchdown that he rushed for. And he let the world know again, hey, he's back. Number 1 is back. So I am so glad that he got another chance in the league to play again. And I'm looking forward to him helping the Carolina Panthers be where they used to be when he was there the first time. So congratulations, Cam. Congratulations to the Carolina Panthers for doing a wonderful job this past weekend. Last night, the 49ers, my brother's favorite team, God rest his soul, demolished the Los Angeles Rams. And speaking of Los Angeles Rams, the Rams have added 2 additional players to their team. Odell Beckham Jr. and Von Miller. Odell coming from Cleveland and Von coming from the Denver Broncos. But last night against the San Francisco 49ers in San Francisco was a very blowout game. Defense was all over the field. Offense played spectacular. The final score was 31-10. The Rams have a bye week next week, but it will be worth everything getting their groove back together. We're going to need some time for the team to have some chemistry amongst each other, being that the fact that 2 new arrivals, the 2 big names has come in, along with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey over there as well. Now, I cannot not talk about NFL. I cannot talk about football without talking about my Dallas Cowboys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it once and I'm going to say it again. How about those Cowboys? The Cowboys had an unbelievable game against the Atlanta Falcons. And I know what you're saying. It was just the Atlanta Falcons. But look, you can't beat a man in his yard and come back the next week and think he's going to do the same thing. That wasn't going to happen. Our captain, Dak Prescott, our general, our leader, 24 for 31, 296 yards with 2 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, 6 receptions for 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Even had a pick 6. You know who I'm finna talk about, Tavon Diggs, number 8 of the year. He is on his way to being Defensive Player of the Year. I am so proud of the Cowboys. We have the Chiefs coming up this week. It's going to be a great game. Look, all you Cowboy fans, all you Cowboy haters, tune in on Sunday. We're going to be ready for war against the Kansas City Chiefs, and we're going to see if we can make Patrick Mahomes do a lot of more sidearm throwing. How about that? Now, before I leave you, I want to say I thank you for tuning in to Prime Zone. It's always a pleasure when I talk to the audience, to the people. We have a great guest tonight. We're going to have a great show. And we're going to end this by saying, I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. God loves you as well. Thanks for tuning in to Kenny Prime Time, the Prime Zone. Back to you, Mr. Jackson.
Tell you, Keenan, with the latest news and sports updates here around the world. We want everybody to have a great evening. I hope everybody's having a great evening, of course. Very excited about having Shea with me. She's a fitness expert. She's going to bring some awareness. She's going to bring some tips to help you get on your journey, help you get on your path when it comes to be a better version of you. So it's a nice episode. It's titled, Is Being Fit the New Sexy? That's what tonight's topic is. She's going to bring some awareness. She's going to give us some background on the world of fitness. And hopefully, what we said tonight, you take into consideration. Everybody wants to be sexy. Everybody wants to be fit. But most importantly, you want to feel good about yourself. You want to look good. You want to be energetic. And when you're not in shape, it affects everything. I mean, everything. Men, when I'm saying that, for the men, everything. But we want to take care of ourselves. We want to be a better version. And I like what she said. I came across a Facebook post, and I like how she, made a statement for the ladies. Helping women be sexy again after they give birth to children. We know that a lot of times when women have children, they kind of let themselves go. But her mission, her assignment is to help women gain that sexy back. So them husbands could love them wild when they see that woman walk through the house. And I know for the ladies, so y'all want your husband to be sexy, you want your man to be fit too. And yeah, we are getting that. We are working on that. Because of course, spiritually wise, God wants us to prosper in our health. That's the most important thing, taking care of ourselves. So, Shea, welcome to Walking This Way's Impact Wars podcast.
Thank
Give us a
you.
background about yourself and just have your way.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure. My name is Shanane. A lot of people just call me Shea because my name is hard to pronounce. I'm 30 years old. I'm a boy mom of 3, and an angel mom to a daughter, which has a lot to do with how my wellness journey started. I went into a really deep depression after losing my daughter, and they diagnosed me with just postpartum depression. That made me become an advocate for women in these type of situations, that have lost children, also for women that just can't seem to get back to themselves after giving birth. The statement was inspired by one of my coaches, one of my business coaches, and it's actually a part of my signature program called Body After Birth. And it really is essential, like constructed as mindset work, nutrition education, and physical mastery. So that's the components that you get when you work with me into this program. I started my journey in like 2020 of last year, but I've been a life coach since 2019. So my passion started as just life coaching, really just allowing people to express their feelings to me, kind of just tell me what's going on with them, and just kind of help them coach their way through life, to help them find that greater being. At the end of the day, that's everyone's ultimate goal, is to achieve, to be that greater self. So that was my initial thing. And then when I went into the depression and the quarantine way, and I had just had another baby, I had a rainbow baby after I lost my daughter. So all these things just had me funneling, and I was just like, okay, I got to do something because now I'm gaining weight. I'm in the house more because we quarantine. I'm eating just to be eating now at this point, right? Because we just at home and there's nothing to do. So now I'm just eating to be eating. And I was like, I was on Facebook and I'm scrolling and I see a 6-week challenge at a kickboxing club. And I was like, and it was free. And I was like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna just try it. I never kickbox in my life. And I was like, I'm just gonna try it. I do come from a long line of boxers. Most of my uncles box, my daddy did box. Growing up, Boys and Girls Club and stuff like that. But I'm the only girl in the family that took this on and turned it pretty much from a hobby into a profession. So now I've integrated my life coaching and fitness together. I'm here in my studio right now, located in downtown Dallas. It is a very private setting. I created this setting specifically tailored to women that don't feel comfortable with entering into the gyms yet, that don't want, the extra eyes and staring, that just want to use time to mentally prepare to. I'm here to start your journey to help you mentally prepare to put you out into the world again. So this place that I've created is a very safe place. It's a very private setting to start your wellness journey without you having to feel like somebody constantly just watching you.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Man, awesome stuff, and just take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have that made up mind to make things happen, make some things shake instead of sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, feeling down and out, and just really making it. And all of that, but motivate yourself to help motivate others. And that's a beautiful thing about it. I know I got some questions I'm gonna ask you tonight. I know you kind of got off into the first question. For those who are tuning in, my first question is, for those who are tuning in, is how did you start your fitness journey?
So I touched it a little bit. So my fitness journey did start 2020 last year. It started off with just a 6-week challenge, y'all. Like, I never even intended or knew that I would take it so far as to going into like making it a priority, making it a part of my business. To really just embark. I discovered not only when it came to working out that it helped with my mind, but it helped with my mood. And so when it started assisting with my mood and my energy, I was like, this is something I gotta keep doing because I felt better. And when you feel better, you able to do better.
Most definitely. And that right there, just that work all itself. And I know when you started your fitness journey, what steps did you take for those who want to start but don't know where to start at?
The first place to start is taking away the things you know that's not good for you, which would be the fast food, the soda, the juice, the bread, limiting your rice. Like, rice is okay, but only a cup. And it was really just taking away things that I know I didn't need. I literally lost 5 pounds in 1 week just from extracting fast food, increasing my water intake, not eating bread, not eating like egg, but just egg whites instead of just regular eggs. So it was pretty much just that little bit in the first couple of weeks. You're gonna see a change. You definitely gonna see a change in your energy, especially once you start increasing your water intake. And people don't really realize how essential water is to the weight loss process. It is very, very essential to drink water.
And I know people don't even like drinking water. They say water is nasty, but water is healthy for us, and that's something that we need on a regular basis to keep our bowels going and keep us flush and things of that nature.
Everything in our body thrives off of water. Like 83% of your brain is floating around in water. Your lungs, like 73% of your lungs need water to breathe. So your whole entire body is comprised of water. So if you're depriving yourself, you wonder why you got headaches, you're confused, all these things are from dehydration.
Yeah, and that's what we know focusing on. I know being in shape is important. I know the nice title is being fit the new sexy. I know men love a woman that's in shape. To them, that's very sexy, that's very appealing.
Right.
And that nature being physically fit. And I know what you start on your journey, and that leads into my next question: what keeps you motivated? I know when you on this new journey of eating healthy, exercise, and we know things come up. We know stumbling block, distractions, those in my feeling moments. But from your personal experience, what keeps you motivated?
I love this question. This is one of my favorite questions to answer. And being motivated is only a portion of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's only a portion of it, primarily because motivation have absolutely nothing to do with the discipline that you require during this process. So for me, it's the discipline that keep me motivated. Once I was able to really discipline myself and really make a routine for myself to stick to it and convince myself that this is what I'm going to do, just like we convince ourselves to get up and go to work, same way we convince ourselves to get up, get out the bed a little extra early to get a little 30 minutes in. And I also tell my moms, what are you willing to sacrifice for yourself to obtain your goal? Are you willing to sacrifice sleep? Are you willing to sacrifice money? Are you willing to sacrifice time? These are the things that you have to think about that you're willing to sacrifice to get back to what you want to see. If you want to see those results, you got to be disciplined. Discipline trumps motivation.
And that's some awesome stuff, and being determined to be motivated, motivate yourself. And my next question is, you have a statement that you help moms get their sexy back after birth. How did that statement come all about?
So that statement derived from one of my business coaches, Jana Butler. She is like one of the business advisors. I love her so much. She actually helped me come up with that statement because of my signature program, and it's called Body After Birth. It's a 20-week program that when you get into this program, you're gonna have templates, you're gonna have guidance, it's gonna do some inner work. It's gonna be uncomfortable. We're gonna do a lot of inner work because this is what keeps the weight off. This is what I noticed that keep me being able to sustain and keep my weight away is me continuing to keep my mind clear. It made me not have the thoughts to want to binge eat or eat for nothing. And then when your spirit is free, you're able to operate in a different level. Like once you start eating your fruits and start eating your vegetables and all that, your vibrations are high. Like you're on a vibe on a higher note. So definitely, my statement came from creating the Body After Birth signature program.
And awesome, like I said, when I came across your football, I'm not saying football, your Facebook status, I don't want to think about football, your Facebook status, that was very unique. How you say you helping mothers get their sex back after childbirth. But that's something I never seen. That's something you never seen every day. And I thought it was very unique that you're gearing, as you being a mother yourself, to help mothers take care of their temples, help them gain their lives back. And I know, especially us, we lose sight of the things. We let ourselves go at a certain age, and
yes.
And we had that battle of gaining it back. And I've noticed more now in this generation that we're in, with me being 39, and I'll be 40 next April. Being healthy is very important. Your mind, your body, all that stuff, it plays a huge role. And I know a lot of people are grasping hold to the fitness thing, also the financial thing, but most importantly to the fitness thing. But also, we got people out there who do the shortcut thing, but don't want to put in the work. So, as you in your field, what would you say to a person who look to take shortcuts? I know we have these different teas out here. You drink this tea and all this other stuff keeps the weight off. But what happened to just going out, exercise, putting in the work?
Right, and I'm glad you asked that question. Because for me, like with my weight loss, I do have weight loss aids. Like I have weight loss products that I promote. Like I'm a brand ambassador for Total Life Changes. It is a part of my daily regimen. Like my Nutri Burst is a multivitamin. I use NRG. It's an energy booster and it's for clarity and energy and focus. So I think the people that use the shortcuts, for me, I would tell them that it really ain't no shortcut to the inside, right? Because it's the validation that you're seeking on the outside, but you can look good on the outside and still feel terrible on the inside. Right. So for my program, it's to do the inside and out work. That's why I told somebody it's way more than just weight loss. It's way more than just here's your workout plan, here's your workout, and there you go. It's way more than that. because just a workout, you can go to YouTube for that. Just a workout plan, you can go Google that. Or a nutrition plan, you can go Google that. No, I'm here to hold you accountable. I'm here to make sure that if you hitting a plateau, that we're gonna get you back on track and get you moving again. It's the understanding that you can do it by yourself, but you don't gotta do it by yourself as well.
No, definitely. And you mentioned some accountability, holding each other accountable, especially on this journey because we take things so lightly. And I know you may come across people who will tell you anything, tell you what you want to hear, answer questions real fast, and then when it comes to it, some came up. I won't be able to
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
By you being a woman in business and fitness, how do you cipher between people who real and who not real? 'Cause I know this is something you got to take very serious when it comes to taking care of our bodies.
Indeed. So how I'm beginning to cipher this is the people that are willing to really make investments in themselves, right?
Right.
You gotta be willing to make an investment in yourself. Like, if you can go to Starbucks, or you can go and invest in a Birkin bag, and it gives you no pain to make this investment, you should have that same energy when it comes to investing in your health, investing in in other important areas of your life, because this body have to continue to carry you for the rest of your life, or for as long as your existence. Like, people expectations be crazy to me. I always say this, like, you want your body to carry you 30, 40, 50 more years from now. Like, I'm 30 years old. I want my body to carry me 30, 50 more years from now, right?
Right.
But it won't go that far if I'm constantly giving myself McDonald's and Whataburger and Jack in the Box. I can't, my expectations are too high for what I'm giving my body. Yeah. So I tell people that all the time. You want your body to give you all this time. Oops, sorry. You want your body to give you all this extra time here on earth, you definitely gonna have to put in some work.
And you got to, and I agree with that because I know here in the city of Dallas and surrounding areas, if you roll down the street, you see Whataburger got a line wrapped around the building, and Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Jack in the Box. Because I know people say it's more convenient for them. If you talk to average people now, it's too expensive to eat healthy. And me, I go to the vitamin shop all the time. I spend probably like $66 on different vitamins I need to take for my body to keep myself going. Because I take that serious. I make sure I drink a gallon of water a day, the spring water. Make sure I'm eating, cleaning my vegetables and things of that nature. Because you gotta take. If I'm willing to invest all that in myself, what's wrong with thinking long term about yourself instead of investing short term and saying it's too expensive? And that leads me to my next question: meal plan, eating habits. These come to working with clients as well as yourself. How do you implement your meal plan from breakfast, lunch, and then of course snack?
Okay, so I actually create a tailored nutrition guide specifically designed especially for you. So this nutrition guide is so very detailed, from the protein to the carbs to the amount to it's like crisp to the T of what you need to do. You don't really, I do it so detailed, you won't even have to think. It's gonna give you the whole grocery list that you should shop for, things that you should eat, the snacks that you should have. Everything is gonna be included in detail in your nutrition plan when we set it up.
Awesome stuff. And I know when you deal with your client, what do you expect from your clients, and what do your clients expect from you?
When my clients come to me, they expect a complete transformation experience. And I feel like people don't understand that transformation is ugly. It ain't a cute process. The people that you see that be working out and they barely sweating and they still got their edges intact, they just did that for that video. Because when it's behind the scenes, it get ugly. The faces get ugly. You sweating. You know, it's not a cute process. So to be able to work with me, you have to understand that transformation is an ugly process. We're gonna uncover things about yourself that you might not even know or nobody ever even brought to your attention. So when you work with me, you definitely have to be ready to get in that mindset, in a growth mindset, in an abundance mindset.
Oh, most definitely. And I said, like the nice episode we're talking about is being fit, the new sexy. And my first, it is sexy when you're fit, when you're
It
in shape.
is.
And then also, when you feel good about yourself. And if you ever go to a current clothing store, they don't have any fat people clothes. When you go to the mall, go to Dillard's, go to Mason, all these different department stores, they don't have fat people clothes in front of display. The big and tall is always in the in the back.
That's
But
true.
but you want to look good in your clothes. I want to look good in my clothes. You wear nice, slim, fit clothes when you run to represent yourself instead of just wearing all the big stuff. But I'm gonna ask you this question too. I know being a business owner, you being in the business, it comes to money.
Mm-hmm.
People hate to hear money. People hate to spend money, but when it comes to working with you, what is your fee when it comes to? Because it's not like you're pocketing off them, but you teach them how to invest in their selves long term. And I know that in order for you to want the best, you're gonna have to pay for the best. So when it comes to your fees, how do you go about that?
So it really depends on where the person is in their journey. Like if you're a person that's just starting out, you might just want a consultation with me kind of to see how things may go or turn out and what type of services that I offer. You might just want to take a class with me. If you would just want to take a drop-in class, it's $30. If you would like a virtual class, it's 25. So it depends on if you want to emerge into the classes or you want to have the fitness plus the life coaching component. So if you want the fitness and the life coaching component, then the body at the birthing program will be in the best interest. I do have VIP days that people do. We sit there, we come up with a game plan. These are for people that pretty much have hit the plateau. Like they know what to do, but they hit the plateau and they kind of just struggling, but they know what to do. They kind of still kind of got their little self motivation. So the VIP days are for people that have hit the plateau. That one's like $5.97, but we spend the entire day together. It can be virtual or in person. We're gonna do a pantry makeover. We're gonna do mindset work. We're gonna do a whole game plan. You get your nutrition guide, and it's broke up into those components. And then we pick the right exercise for you. Because a lot of people think that, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna get on the elliptical, or I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna run on this treadmill, and this is the exercise that I need. And everybody's body needs something different to tailor them. So for me, kickboxing was the best cardio workout that I ever had. And I think that people should experience that at least once to like see how it makes them feel. It gets your adrenaline going, it gets your endorphins going, it gets your brain thinking with the combos and things like that. So it's finding the best workout for you, getting your pantry made over because you're not going to be eating the same things. And the VIP day is $5.97, and the body at the birthing program is $3,500. But you get all access to it
Oh,
for 20
cool.
weeks.
Man, that's awesome right there. Like I said, those that's listening, those going to tune in and listen to the near future, put money up, invest in yourself. If you have to work some overtime, work some overtime. Use
Yes.
that overtime money to get with Shea, and she will help you out when it comes to being a better version of you. Stop looking for freebies. Stop looking for handouts. Invest in yourself. Just like
And
you invest. Go ahead.
Furman, I'm glad you mentioned free. And me and my friends, we were talking about this earlier today, that people do not respect free. It make me not like to do a lot of freebies.
Most definitely.
I used to do a lot of freebies, a lot of free workshops and all this, and people disrespect free. You know, my time is still valuable, and
Well,
people
that's
don't value your time. It's like once you say it's free, they don't value your time anymore. So that's why it have to be a fee, y'all. We can't do all this for free because I need to know how much skin you really willing to put in the game, how much you really willing to invest in yourself to see the greater version of you. It really do. People really think that it doesn't cost anything for a transformation, but it's gonna cost you something, whether that be your money, whether that be your time, whether that be your sleep, something. In the middle of any transformation, you're going to sacrifice something.
most definitely. And I said just talking about this, Shay. It's just like put it on money, like I tell anybody, like I mentioned earlier. Work some overtime. You know what I'm saying, on your job, picking some hours. If you're really serious about taking care of yourself, take that overtime money. Get with Shay. She'll help you get on that path, get on that journey. If you're serious about it, because we save our money for everything else. We'll save our money for a pair of J's. We'll save our money for outfits and stuff like that. But
Vacation.
vacation, we'll save our Christmas coming. We'll save our money to buy all these gifts. But then when it comes to our personal um
They don't even put the money
inventory,
up for Black Friday already. Everybody already ready for Black Friday right now.
yeah, I know. Instead of just taking money to invest in yourself, long term life goals, give it a life coach. It's nothing wrong with, hey, invest a couple $100 in yourself. It's gonna pay off in the long run. Cause like you said, Shay, when you were doing stuff free, people don't take it seriously. When you start putting a fee on things, it really shows you how serious you are when it comes to your health journey. And I know with you being in the business you are, and I know you deal with different people with different personalities. So when it
Yes.
comes to working with you, what can they expect from you? Are you like a drill sergeant, or are you that motherly role? You that friend, that sister? How what can people expect when they're working with you when it comes to your salary?
You definitely can expect me to be relatable. I'm a boy mom. I'm a mother of three. I got a 10-year-old, 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. I'm very transparent. So you can definitely expect a lot of transparency from me, a lot of things. I'm gonna be able to relate to you. But I am kind of a drill sergeant. I am gonna be on your head because I want you to see what I see for you. I want you to see the person that you told me that you wanted to be. I want that for you just as much as you want that for you. So I'm gonna stay on you about this other person that you said you want to see on the other side. So I take the transformation process really seriously with my clients because they come to me in a place of vulnerability. They come to me in a state of depression or being lost or just confused or feeling stuck. So it's my job to help them pivot from that process and show them that it's not going to be easy. Being transparent is it's not going to be easy, but what you're going to see on the other side of yourself and be able to embrace yourself, you're going to really be more in love with yourself at the end of the process. So that is what they can expect from me. But you're gonna love me. It will be some days that you're gonna leave here mad because I don't. You feel like the workout was strenuous or more today, but it's to just challenge you, test your limits. So I definitely am a drill sergeant approach when it comes to the workout, but that's because can't nobody yell at you like me on YouTube.
I mean, yeah, because it's all about just take care of yourself. And love will tell you the truth. Love will not lie to you. Love will tell you the truth. Anytime people hear about love, they think love makes you feel good and it's always yes all the time. Nah, but love would knock you dead on the butt. Love would tell you the truth.
That's
And you
true.
get pissed off when somebody tell you the truth. But at the end of the day, it's all about love. And you know what, Shay? They're gonna say, you know what? I appreciate you telling me the truth about myself. And that's what it's all about. But I'm gonna ask you some
Yeah.
also when it comes to your personal goals. How do you start your day off? I know being in the type of field that you're in, I know time is everything. And I
It
know
is.
Like Kobe Bryant, I know, God rest his soul. I know he used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and start his day. A lot of high level players start their days off early in the morning while some still sleep and still grinding. So how do you
Yes.
start your morning off? I know with you being
It
a mother,
is
of course.
it is actually very, very similar because we're not in quarantine no more. Last year I took full advantage of it. Full advantage of just scatter plotting my workouts. But now I definitely have to be more organized with my workouts. So I choose. It can vary, but usually in the morning I'm up by 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm usually trying to be up before everybody, so I won't be disturbed. Um, I try to read at least 15 minutes in the morning,
Okay.
something empowering. I listen to affirmation music. Tony Jones is one of my favorite people to listen to when it comes to affirmations. This is just reminding yourself who you are every day. It's very important to remind yourself, I am worthy, I am capable, I am unique, I am different, I am worthy, I am abundant. It's important to remind yourself who you are. So I definitely do and a lot of people like to call it the I ams. So a lot of people do, do your I ams in the morning. And I take my NutriBurst. My NutriBurst have to start my day. They kind of just jumpstart my day, get my multivitamin in on an empty stomach. And then I might eat a bagel with some bananas and a protein drink, and take more protein in throughout the day. But a typical day for me does start pretty early, around about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I also do TikTok engagement on Clubhouse by 7:30. So my schedule is be like tech time.
And
So yeah.
awesome. So it's always around the clock. And I know you mentioned about reading. So you mentioned somebody. So what books are you reading now? When you had the time to read?
So right now I'm reading The Immortal Diamond by Richard Rohr. It talks about the battle of um, the real self versus the true self. And it kind of touches on it's kind of written in a biblical, like from a biblical standpoint, a little bit how that kind of made us be fearful of a lot of things in the spiritual world, to where now we're unlearning those things. We like, okay, it's safe to move this way. It's safe
Right.
to do this. And so I'm reading that right now, and it's pretty much just going into depths about how we've been taught that certain things that we do is because God did it, and not all the time is a spiritual attack,
Right.
or So it was basically explaining how our minds have been set to not identify with our true self.
No, most definitely. And
Yeah,
of course, the Most High told them say He does not give the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. And like I mentioned
that's
earlier,
right.
He wants to prosper in our health, will our soul prosper. That's something we forget about. Our health. You know what I'm saying? I hear people all the time. It's not no knock on anybody. When it comes to being sick, it comes to having high blood pressure. First thing people quit to say, pray for me. If you go to the doctor, what the doctor gonna tell you? Change what you eat. Let go of all the salt and all the other stuff. It's that simple, folks. But
Yep,
we think prayer, and I'm not knocking prayer at all. But
me
I know a
neither.
lot of time God give us common sense to do what's best. He present answers before you. He worked through people to give you the answer that you're looking for. And that's all you have to do, because you go to the doctor, they're gonna tell you what you need to do, unless you got the ones who take you on medication. But one that's really real gonna tell you, hey, you need to start exercising, you start changing stuff you eat. That's simple. So saying, just pray for me, got high blood pressure. Just change the stuff that you have to eat. But also
Right.
being
And the faith without the work is dead.
most
So you
definitely.
can pray, but if you ain't doing moving in a direction that you're supposed to, it's not going. You gotta activate the faith. It gotta be activated. You gotta make it do something.
They can do what they do. You gotta do that. And
Yeah.
now I know you working, and I know you mentioned that you box, so you got hands. So, so do you
I
teach
do.
boxing also to the ladies as well?
I do. That is my favorite form of workout. So I do teach kickboxing and I do high intense interval training along with a combination of yoga and what I call animal flow. That's been a new workout. The animal flow really attests your endurance and your flexibility and your mobility. So animal flow, yoga, boxing.
Man, awesome stuff. So remind me, stay on your good side then. 'Cause don't want to get, I want my nose broke or get knocked out. But I think boxing is cool. 'Cause I always wanted to take boxing lessons, and especially with me. And that's another question I want to ask too. I know I work in law enforcement. Do you help our people that's in law enforcement? Because we know we in law enforcement, we gotta take care of our body, we gotta take care of our mind. Because I'm working inside a correctional facility, and anything can pop off.
That's so
So,
true.
do you work with those that's in law enforcement as well? Have you worked
I
with anybody in law
definitely
enforcement?
would. I definitely would. I'm actually soon to be starting training a boxer online. I really can't wait to see how this is gonna turn out. Um, because he's in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
So I'm definitely looking forward to see how this is gonna work out because he wants me to train him virtually. So I'm really looking forward to see how this is gonna play out. But I definitely would love to help you stay fit on your journey and get you them boxing lessons that you need.
Well, you know what? I'm looking forward to learning about. So that's what I want to learn about. So you heard it on here on Walking This Way Impact Voice podcast. So I want to get with you. I'm serious about boxing lessons. That's something I always wanted to learn to take care of myself when it comes to boxing. Not saying I don't want to beat people up, but
Right, no, you don't. And a
yeah.
lot of people ask me that. I've never had to use it or anything, but it definitely is a great defense skill to know. And I'm pretty sure I'm strong enough to knock somebody out at this
Well,
point.
I believe you can. But like I said, I want to get
Yeah.
with you on some boxing lessons. That's something I want to implement in my life, in my toolbox, just for that better version of knocking somebody out. Not knocking
Yeah.
somebody out literally, but just take care of you. That's the best cardio, man. It's boxing. So I want to take some boxing lessons from you and
Okay.
and mix it up. Probably get Kenny to do some boxing lessons too. He in Mississippi though, but
Yeah.
he
Oh
get
yeah,
some
I need
boxing
to
on.
learn. I need to learn.
Okay. Yes, it's so fun. I think a lot of people look at it and they think like, oh my God, it's so strenuous. And it is strenuous, but it's such a stress reliever and it's so empowering when you can punch the bag and like you just feel empowered. So I definitely encourage women to do it just because people always look at women as the weakest vessel
Yeah.
or just nobody really be intimidated by a woman unless she got big old arms. But just because I don't got big old arms or nothing don't mean I ain't strong.
Well, yeah, I know, right? But like I said, we'll go to the boxing lessons, get what you set up with me on how we can implement this thing. And I'm all in for it. 'Cause I know do it with the days that I'm off and implementing your schedule and just make it happen. So I'm game for it. Like I said, this is something I always wanted to do. And it's coming to pass. So, hey, get into some boxing, of course. Just learn some things. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm
So,
excited. That's wonderful.
so as of tonight, I have me a new boxing trainer here in Dallas, Texas. So I'm very excited about that. So
Yes.
also I want to ask my next question is as of today, how many clients are you working with on a regular basis?
So I just dropped. I honestly just dropped some clients. I do drop clients, y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Is And I'm the type of person I would even give you your part of your money back because I'm here to help you and guide you in the direction that you need to be going in. If I see that you're not making any progress, then we're both at that point, we both wasting each other's time. So I've actually just dropped off some clients. So
Wow.
I'm looking forward to enrolling for the 2022 for the beginning of the year. enrolling in my body at the birthing program, which is going to be a 20-week program. And I'm going to keep that rolling in. So as of right now, I'm fully open to taking clients. And my program will start at the beginning of the year again in 2022. And I'm taking waiting lists for the body at the birthing program.
Oh man, cool beans. And big ups to that. And all money ain't good money. So that let me show you
It
how.
just ain't, and it's so true.
Hey, if they ain't taking it serious, hey, that's on them. The old saying, you can lead a horse to water, can't make the horse drink. And I know we pressed for time, of course, so we know that the pandemic hit. I know the pandemic is still going on, as they say. But we know that 2020 was a big change for all of us. Everything shut down. A lot of people went into depression. The suicide rate went up. The domestic violence went up.
Yeah.
And a lot of businesses got affected. Some businesses went out of business and have not went back into business. But as you being a business owner, how did you handle that when it came to the whole pandemic? I know it affected everybody financially wise.
It did, but then okay, it's like it did, but then it didn't, right?
Okay.
Like if people really took the I call it the pandemic, but a bandemic at the
Right.
same time. Because if you took it seriously and you strategically used the extra money that they were giving us during that time, this is how I started my business. Like this is how I literally was able to pour more into my business during that time. I used the time more to do research about how I can get more funds. Also, I used that time to just put more surround myself with more like-minded individuals that were doing the same thing that I was doing and trying to go the same where I was going, so I wouldn't feel that type of depression where I want to give up. You gotta surround yourself with people that ain't looking forward to stopping no time soon. So that was a big component, was surrounding myself with people that was like, no, you still got to keep going. It's other ways you can do this. We finna do this, this, and that. So it was really brainstorming it out, making them adjustments, and steady keeping pushing. So it affected me. I feel like it affected me more mentally than financially. Just kind of just not being able to be out and kind of move around in the real world. But actually, I made money during the pandemic because people was in the house and they didn't have nothing to do. So when I first started doing the workouts, I was doing home workouts for Beachbody and selling Beachbody programs. And I was like, oh, well, if I could do that, then I could just create my own program, and I feel like it would be more tailored for us. I was more so targeting us as a culture.
Gotcha.
So I was like, if I do this and create my own plan and I show people that this is what worked for us, this is what worked for, what worked for us, because everything don't work for us. Most of the time we see like Beachbody. Beachbody is not really designed for our culture.
Right.
But they're not going to tell you that, but it's not really what it's designed for. So when I discovered that and I just started doing my research, I'm like, man, there's nobody in this business that have elevated, that's African American, nobody really getting publicized or anything. I was like, that's not for me. So I stopped doing that and I switched to the products. And when I added the product component during the pandemic, that's when I really started getting the traction. So it was kind of switching and adjusting some things to still keep the money flowing.
And like I said, and just staying determined, staying focused on the cause and the mission that's at hand. And I know we pressed for time here on the podcast. Shay and I thank God for you, of course. Um, Legacy. We ask this all the time here on the podcast. And also, by the way, this will be up on YouTube channel, so we will encourage you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you catch this latest episode when it goes up. Hit the notification, and also it's going to be not hopefully, we're going to be doing this on iHeart and Spotify, of course, so they can listen to the audio version of tonight's episode as well. So when it comes to your legacy, as you being a woman that you are, a woman that's being determined, being fit, and also my new boxing coach, what do you want your legacy to be at the end of the day?
I want my legacy to be okay. So my legacy is breaking generational curses. I mean, that's what I'm here to do. It's my objective. And I want to leave for my boys a chain of dynamic weight loss and wellness studios that they'll be able to run effortlessly.
Awesome stuff. And that sums it up right there in the nutshell. So,
Yes.
Shea, I thank God. Once again, I thank God for you. Not across paths with you. Looking
Thank
forward to
you.
connect with you, of course, and make something happen. Since I'm here in the city of Dallas, better get some live in-person training because that's something I always wanted to do, and really make it happen. Make some
Yes.
changes going off into the new year. And I'm also Kenny. You have any final remarks you want to ask? I guess we'll get off the air tonight.
Well, here I come. I'm with Mr. Jackson. I need you to come to Mississippi. You know, in the Dallas area as well. So I do come to Dallas a lot. But absolutely, I agree with everything you said tonight. Me as myself, you may see me right now, but I'm very short. I'm one of the short people in the world. So yeah, I love to get into boxing training and get to learn. You know, everybody out here think they got the hands, but you know, you got to get the proper training, the proper technique.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
Look forward to that. But I did enjoy everything tonight. I enjoyed the
and I enjoyed y'all as well. Thank you so much for having me.
I always say this every week. After my segment, I kind of like get off the scene, then I come back on, and you know, I just want to give that opportunity for Mr. Furman to have his interview and everything. And I said that I used that time to sit back and listen. And so I was very intrigued tonight, and so I really appreciate all the information that you gave us tonight. And we really do truly appreciate you for being on tonight.
Thank y'all so much for having me.
And most that we appreciate you, Shea. Of course, again, beginning in contact with you, set up a meeting with you. And
I can't wait.
And I'm looking forward to, like I said, on this journey of boxing. Like I said, 'cause I see people who learn how to punch. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to punch. Some people don't know how to punch. They break their knuckles.
Yeah.
And I see that a lot. And
hyperextend your elbow, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're not promoting violence or anything, but I know it's about discipline, it's about technique when it comes to boxing, and also
it's the mindset. It's the control, being able to control things, being able to speed it up when you need to, being able to slow it down when you need to. So it's the components with it that keep you thinking. I remember when I first started and they would throw all these combos and they'd be like, jab, cross, left hook, right hook, uppercut, and I'll be like, wait, what? And it teaches your cognitive how to align, how to, when you hear things, just calling out, it make it easier and you just flow. So yeah, it's dope.
Well, I look forward to it. Like I said, begin with you. We can set up a meeting. We can sit down, talk about it, get a schedule together, and we just go take it from there. And that's what it's all about. What's up?
Amazing.
Most definitely. Like I said, we thank everybody for tuning in on tonight's podcast. Remember, it will be up on our YouTube channel. We encourage you to like and subscribe and hit that notification button when the new episode goes up every Tuesday night. So we encourage everybody, man, be great, stay humble. In the words of the legendary Mike Tyson, we're not born humble, we're made to be humble.
That's right.
So we are made to be humble, ladies and gentlemen. We love y'all. We're going to be back here next Tuesday night here on the podcast.
Yes.
We know Thanksgiving's here to come up. Enjoy your loved ones. Eat good. Also, Cowboys football. We got to play the Raiders on Thanksgiving, so I
can't wait.
I go to work that night. But, I mean, I love the Cowboys.
Yeah, I love them Cowboys. I see y'all represent. Y'all see my blue background. That's how.
I just want to throw that out there. You know, I do got the 4 on tonight. I got Dak on tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Show out.
You know, some nights I switch it up. I put CD Lamb on, but tonight I put on Dak tonight. So you know, hey,
right. Okay.
Most definitely. And like I said, man, we love having a good time here on the podcast. We look forward to y'all to support. If you want to support, you go to our PayPal page at www.payme paypal.me/ walking this way impact voice. Also, you cash app us at impact voice on cash app. Like I said, hey, support the brand, support the podcast. We encourage you to help us take it to the next level. Cause hope we have having our own studio. We have our audience come in live and be able to conduct this in a more professional setting, of course. So we once again go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to our YouTube page, and also, you can go and check this episode out when it airs on our YouTube channel. So, once again, man, y'all be blessed, stay focused. Remember, we're not born humble, we're made to be humble, in the words of Mike Tyson. We'll see y'all next week. Remember, we got one more month to go. Stay play at a high level in your personal life as well as your business life. We'll see y'all next time. Peace, everybody.
Bye.
All right.